Hey, I'm Jesse Hunt with Unofficial. We're a web design and digital marketing agency located in downtown Memphis. Since 2002, I've been helping Mid-South businesses just like yours improve their websites and find more customers on the internet. Today, I'm going to perform a video website audit on your website that'll show you some areas for improvement that might be hurting your business. The entire audit will take 15 to 20 minutes and should leave you substantially more informed about what's working and what's not working so well on your website. I hope you'll find the audit informative and that you'll keep me in mind if you ever need some help working on your existing website or building a new one. Thanks a lot for watching. Let's get started.
Hey Sharon, so here we are on the home page of your website. As you can see, we're at a1autosalesmemphis.com, and what I want to do is just take a few minutes, click through your website, give you some feedback about the things that I see here on your website. From there, we'll look at a couple tools that Google gives us and see what Google thinks about your website. We'll take a look at a few Google search results and see how you're performing in the search engines, and then we'll come back to your website and look at just a couple things that are happening behind the scenes on your website before we wrap up. So first thing, I'm going to refresh the page here because I notice whenever I land on your website, it's got this popover thing here, pop-up that says, welcome to 2016, guaranteed approved with a free warranty. Go to the finance option, apply online now. I guess first critique here is this welcome to 2016 feels dated. I don't know, we're halfway through the year, so welcome to 2016 feels like something that should have been up for the first month or two, and then that should probably be more seasonal. So should be something that relates to summer or something like that. The other thing I noticed, this image right here that pops up doesn't work very well on mobile devices. It shows off the screen on my iPhone, and I'll cover more about that in a minute. We'll talk about mobile devices here in just a couple minutes, so we'll come back to that. As I scroll down through here, I see that you've got some big pictures of vehicles rotating through. One thing that really bothers me here is this is a Hummer. This is supposed to be a big, nice vehicle, or as Denali should be. I don't know. The picture squeezed. The picture that was used was too tall and not wide enough, and so whenever it was put in there, it squeezed it and squished it and got it out of what we call its aspect ratio. So it's stretched out width-wise, which makes it look kind of silly. I would definitely recommend fixing that slideshow so that all your pictures look as good as this Corvette does, so that it's in the right aspect ratio. I think the other thing that would be really cool on the homepage is maybe some video or something. I think 2016 is really the year of video, and a lot of good stuff you can do from a search engine standpoint with video, and it can make your website really interactive. So maybe replacing this old slideshow here with some cool video could be good as well. Beyond that, as I scroll down, I see you've got some text here. There's a read more button. Let's see what happens when we click that. Okay, so when you click it, it carries you to a different page. It carries you to the About Us page. When we're back here, and I don't like that. When I come back to the home page, I don't really like the pop-up to return, because I've already seen it, and I left the home page and I came back and I don't want to see it again. And by the way, let me say, before I get too deep into this, I don't mean to be overly critical here. I hope I don't hurt any feelings as I'm doing this review. I just, when I do these audits, I just put it all out there. I tell you exactly what I see and what I'm thinking, and I hope that doesn't cause any offense, because if we have a chance to work together one day, that's the kind of relationship I want to have, where we can just be open and honest and not hold back. So, all right, so text on the homepage, there's not enough of it. Search engines really like lots of text. Google doesn't understand pretty pictures. They understand text and the information that you put in the text, and you just don't have enough text on the homepage. So I definitely think there needs to be some more text. It doesn't all have to be up here at the top of the page. You could put some down toward the bottom, but definitely need more information on the homepage. Beyond that, this drives me crazy right here. Newly added inventories, and you've got two typos in these three words. Newly and inventories are both spelled wrong. That just doesn't put leave a good impression for potential customers that are looking at your website and considering buying from you. If we get down here, I'm not going to click on every link on your website. There's an awful lot of stuff to click on, but I will click on one or two of these and just see where they take me. This one takes me to a 2014 Nissan Altima with a get a quote. It's got stock number and VIN number. I'm curious how you update all this, how you manage this stuff. Is this something you're managing in-house, or is this pulling from some other system like, I don't know, tie into Auto Trader or one of those kind of like website or computer programs? If you're having to do this manually every time you take a car in or you sell a car and you have to remove it, that seems like it could become a maintenance problem, especially if you're having to manage all this stuff in another place. So I'm curious how you're managing your inventory there. Would love to discuss that with you sometime and figure out if there's a better way. All right, so here's another problem. All right, I'm on the Nissan Altima page. Here's 2014 Nissan Altima, and watch, I'm clicking on the home button, and it doesn't do anything at all. Click on About Us, doesn't do anything. None of your navigation up here works on this particular page. So it's like everything got broken when we got here. The review button doesn't work, so you've got definitely have some problems on that page. I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm going to close this pop-up again that popped up. I'm going to scroll back down here. I noticed a few minutes ago it says follow us. You've got a Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and YouTube logo. I'm going to hold down the command button here. I'm going to click all 4 of them, and you'll notice it'll open tabs up here in my browser when I do it. And then I'm going to go through the tabs. I'm going to show you what opened. All right, so we opened all 4 of those, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube. Come back up here. None of them link to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or YouTube. Every one of them links back to the homepage of your website. So definitely have a problem there and need to fix those social links so they link to the right place. I see that you've got your contact information, your address, your phone number, your email address on your homepage and on every page of your website. So that's really good. I think it's critical that you have that information on every page of your website. Google likes to see that, and so that's a good thing. All right, as we click through here, just about finished going through the website. I don't want to dig through every detail of the website. I just want to hit the high points here, and then we'll go look at some Google stuff. Your contact page, I like that you've got a map embedded here. I'd probably recommend taking a smaller version of this map and embedding it on every page of your website. I think that could help you in your local search results. And other than that, I think that's good. I'm gonna leave it right there on this on the on-site critique for now. I could go through and nitpick, but I don't think that's real constructive. So, all right, next up here, I've got this tab open. This is a tool that Google provides to web developers. It's called the Mobile Friendly Test, and as you can see, I've already plugged in your website address here, and I've run the test. Google says, awesome, this page is mobile friendly. I'm really glad that Google calls your website mobile friendly, but I got to disagree a little bit. It's not really mobile friendly because if you look down here, this is a screenshot of how Google sees it, and this pop-up window here actually runs off the screen. So you have to like zoom out in order to click the X in order to close that, just so you can see the content of your website. And that really kind of makes it not mobile friendly. So I think that's a problem that needs to be fixed. This pop-up window, I think, needs some rules that tell it, when you're on a mobile device, don't open that or open it differently. Or, if you leave the homepage and come back to the homepage, don't open it again. Things like that. Those are some things I would probably recommend changing with that. I also noticed here it says a temporary error occurred. 6 resources on this page could not be loaded. The results in screenshot may be incorrect. I think the result may be incorrect. I don't really think this page is mobile friendly, but Google seemed to think it was here, so we'll leave it at that. But I've got some concerns about the mobile friendliness. Next thing, I've got another tab open here. This is another tool that Google provides to web developers. This is called Page Speed Insights, and basically Google scans through your website and measures how quickly your website loads on mobile devices as well as on desktop devices, and it provides the scores on a scale of 0 to 100, with 0 being the worst and 100 being the best. And as you can see here on mobile, Google gave you a 0 on your page speed. They said that you should optimize your images, eliminate render blocking JavaScript and CSS, so you've got some code problems going on, leverage browser caching, which basically makes a page load faster by storing some files in the user's browser, reduce server response time, so they're saying that the server that your website's on is kind of slow. Consider fixing your JavaScript and CSS, so some more code stuff. They did give you a really good score on user experience, but a 0 on page speed. I don't really think that you're a 0. I think what actually is happening here is you've got some code that's messing up your website, and if I had to bet on it, I'd bet that it's this pop-up window that's keeping it from loading. It's keeping it from being able to measure how long your page actually takes to load. So I think that pop-up needs to go away. Desktop, you're getting the same thing, a 0 out of 100, mostly the same feedback here. So I think you got some things that need to be fixed there. If you can fix your page speed issues, it will improve your search engine rankings, as well as the experience that people have when they're on your website. So I think it's worth fixing. I'll close that. Next thing I did here, this is just a Google search, and if you look up here in the search bar, I searched A1 Auto Sales Memphis TN. Now what I was trying to get this to do is to show me this box that you see over here on the right. This is your Google local listing, or your Google My Business listing. This listing is pretty important for local results. Whenever you do a search, we'll jump over to a different tab real quick. So this is a search I did, Memphis used car sales, and if we scroll down, so the first 4 we see, they've got these little ad icons, so these are ads, people are paying to be there, they're kind of irrelevant. But here you've got this map, and then there are 3 listings beneath the map. Now these 3 listings are local listings. In order to have a good local listing, you have to have a local listing here that's correct, that's optimized, that's just done right. And so what I'm looking at here are a few things. Number one, I want to see that your name, address, and phone number information is consistent from your website over to your Google My Business listing here. So first thing, we'll go back to your website. On your website, you refer to the business as A1 Auto Sales. Again, you refer to it as A1 Auto Sales right here. All through the website, you're calling yourself A1 Auto Sales, but if we come over to your Google My Business listing, here you're listed as A1 Auto and Truck Center. Now that's a fairly small difference, but it's enough to really mess up your search engine rankings. Your Google, there's an acronym in my business. It's NAP, N-A-P. It stands for name, address, and phone number. And your name, address, and phone number, your NAP, really needs to be perfectly consistent on your website, on every page of your website, on your Google local listing, and then also on every website across the internet that references your business. So like I noticed here, we've got yellowpages.com. They show you as A1 Auto and Truck Center Memphis. So that's inconsistent with what's on your website. Here, your A1 Auto Sales on Facebook, so that is consistent with what's on your website. So there needs to be some cleanup done where somebody goes through and claims all these listings that are incorrect, whichever version of it's incorrect, and updates those in order to make them reflect the correct name of your business. That could really, really help your search engine results. Here, Better Business Bureau has it wrong. So you can go through and you can do that manually. It's quite a bit of work. If you need help with that, we offer that as a service, so we can certainly go through and what we do is create an audit of all of the websites that have your business listed, and then we start manually contacting each one of those businesses and getting them to fix your listing. So if that's something you need help with, I'd be glad to talk to you about it, or you can just strike out and do it on your own. And just start contacting these websites and asking them to fix any information that's incorrect. Let's look at your address real quick. 3902 Lamar Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee 38118, and that's consistent here. And then your phone number, 794-1311. Yeah, so that's all accurate, or it's all consistent. I notice you've got hours of operation here, and I don't see them on your website, so I'd probably recommend adding your hours of operation. Just make sure when you do that you keep them consistent with what Google Local has. So, okay, moving on. All right, so back to the search result here. We talked a minute ago, these are ads. We're going to kind of ignore these for a minute. The map results, we talked a little bit about how your local listing affects these. Another thing that really affects those is your reviews. I noticed your Google Local listing, you've got 3.8 stars, you've got 12 reviews. Unfortunately, the very first review is a 1-star review that's not very good. So I think one thing you could do is you need to get more people to review you. You need to be working on increasing your number of positive reviews and pushing these negative reviews down the list. I think you've got 4 total 1-star reviews. So getting a dozen more positive reviews would really increase your score, and having a higher score could help your search engine rankings as well. All right, so back over here. In addition to that, your location plays into this, and having a good website that's optimized right. There's a lot of things that play into this, and I can tell you more about it if you want to know about it. And then from here down, these are what we call organic listings. You show up here by having a website that's built right, has the right keywords, the right number of times, that has other websites linking back to your website, having good content on your website, having plenty of text. So lots of things that go into that as well, but the way you rank here is a little different than up here. Nevertheless, as I scroll down through here, you don't show up in the local results, and you're not showing up in the organic results down here either. So I think there's some work that could be done. I think this is a missed opportunity, and there's some work that could be done to improve your search engine rankings and certainly to get you some more traffic. Obviously, more traffic to the website equals, more leads coming to your location. More leads coming to your location equals more sales. More sales equals more return on investment from the website. So that's definitely focusing on the search engine rankings would be something that I would recommend putting some emphasis into. Next up here, I did another search. I did used cars in Memphis TN. So I just picked a couple keywords here: Memphis used car sales, and then used cars in Memphis TN. I tried to put myself in the shoes of a potential customer of yours and said, if I was looking for a used car in Memphis, what would I type into Google? And those were the first things that came to mind. So as we scroll down through here, again, you're not showing up at all in the local results here. And as we scroll down through the organic results, neither are you showing up in the top 10 here. So again, I think there's a missed opportunity there. I definitely think that with some work, you could rank probably in the organic results and in the map results here. So if that's something you'd like to talk about, I'd love to have a chance to talk with you. All right, so I'm going to come back to your website and look at a couple more things real quick. So first up, I've got this little dude right here. This is called a Facebook Pixel Helper. It basically scans your website and tells me if you have any Facebook pixels installed. As you can see, no pixels found on A1AutoSalesMemphis.com. Basically, a Facebook pixel tracks the visitors that come to your website and then allows you to show them advertisements on Facebook at a later time. And you can even base it on the specific, like if you could track and say, okay, somebody looked at a Denali while they were on your website, and then you could show them ads about that Denali to try to drive them back to your store, to try to get them to come to your store in the first place in order to look at that particular vehicle. So I think if internet marketing is something that you're really wanting to explore, a Facebook pixel could really be a good thing to be able to advertise to people and be able to be able to stay in front of the people that have already been to your website. Next up here, I've got, this is a tag assistant for Google Tag Assistant. This scans your website and tells me if you have any Google pixels installed. Now, this one has 0 total pixels installed, or 0 tags installed. So that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to see a pixel called Google Analytics. Google Analytics tracks the visitors to your website. It calculates how much traffic you've got. It tells you where your visitors are coming from. It tells you what they're looking at while they're there, how long they stayed on the website, what page did they arrive on, what page did they leave on. So it gives you some really good data to be able to track how well your website's performing as a marketing tool, and then what kind of return on investment you're getting from the website. Is it doing a good job, or do you need to change something? So it's free software. I would highly recommend that you install Google Analytics and monitor the data that it produces. It's really good stuff. If you care to understand how your website's doing for the business, it'll give you the information that you need. So definitely recommend putting Google Analytics on the site. One more thing, and then I'll wrap this thing up for you here. So what I've got open here, this is called SEO Quake. This basically, this is they call it a page SEO audit, page search engine optimization audit. They scanned the homepage of your website, and then they gave me a quick printout on how well the website was optimized for the search engines. And I'm just going to hit the high points here, not to bog down too much in the technical stuff. But there are a few things that we need to be looking at. First one here is title tag. This audit actually says that it's optimal, but I disagree. As you can see here, it shows your title tag is it's 2 colons and a space, and then it says A1 Auto Sales, and then 2 more colons. Where that displays, or where that's used, so first of all, if you look on your website here, up here at the very top of the screen, you'll see the tabs, and it says : A1 Auto Sales : That's where your title tag shows up. In the search engines, in Google, for example, if you look right here, this is where Google displays your title tag when you've got one and they like what you've got. So Google stripped out the 2 colons at the beginning and the 2 colons at the end, but they still put A1 auto sales. You're missing an opportunity here, though. A title tag is the best place on your website to put your keywords. Now, I'm not saying to put a ton of keywords in there, but you should definitely have your most desirable keywords in your title tag. So a really good title tag might be something like A1 auto sales, Memphis used car sales, or something like that. And then on your About Us page, you would change it up and use a different keyword. You'd use a different keyword phrase on each page, and that will help your search engine rankings. So definitely some room for improvement on the title tag. Next up is made a description. You don't have one. If we come back over here to the search engine results and we scroll down, let's go to your listing. So we talked about this being the title. Obviously, this is the website address, and then below it, there's some text that describes your website. When you have a made a description available, Google puts that made a description right here. You don't have one available, so Google just grabs some random text off of your website. But that's a bad thing. The reason that's a bad thing is because having a great meta description can mean the difference between somebody clicking your website and clicking your competitor's website. Filling in your meta description gives you the ability to write a really compelling description of why somebody should choose you instead of the competition. So by not having a meta description, you're missing that opportunity to give people that like 1 or 2 sentence sales pitch about why they should come to you instead of somebody else. Definitely recommend that you add some meta descriptions to your website. Next up here, headings. It looks like you've got some heading problems. Headings are like bold sections of text on your website. So on this page, I would say About Us is probably a heading. This expert sales and service, our clients, buy here, pay here. Those are probably headings through the website. Without looking at the code, it's hard to say if they were set up that way or not, but that's my guess, is those are set up as headings. So if we come back over here on your home page, you've got headings that say like, welcome to A1 Auto Sales. Newly added inventories with typos. And Google probably doesn't like you having typos in a heading tag. Our brands, contact us, customer care, information, newsletter, original text, Mini Cooper. You don't have any of your keywords in your headings. So again, huge missed opportunity here. Definitely need to fix your headings whenever you fix the title tags and the meta description. 13 images without alt text. I won't get too bogged down there, but an alt text tells Google what an image is all about. It also tells, like, if a blind person's using a screen reader to look at your website, it tells them what the website's about. I think here we're more concerned about whether or not Google can tell what your images are. So definitely want to add image alt tags to the website. Google critiques the fact, this audit critiques that you have not enough text on the home page of your website. We talked about that already. Definitely need to add more text. They say you're using iframes. I didn't notice that. I'm not going to dive into that too much, other than to say you might want to make sure that you understand why your website's using frames. That could potentially be a problem. I'll be glad to help you with that if that's something you want to talk about. XML sitemaps. Your website does not contain a sitemap. That could definitely hurt you in the search engines. Your website has not defined the language of the website. I think that I'm on the fence. Some people seem to think that's a problem. I think do everything you can to please Google. So I would fix it if I were you, but I don't necessarily think it's hurting you too bad. Again, you're missing Google Analytics, definitely need that. And then your website does not use micro formats. A micro format is a way to tell the search engines what your website or what your name, address, and phone number information is in a way that Google can directly identify quickly and say, okay, this is the name, business name, this is the address, this is the phone number. So you're not using that micro format data in order to tell Google, hey, this is our business name, this is our address, this is our phone number. Long story short, as we scroll through here, I see a lot of these little red triangles. I found quite a few things here. You've definitely got some things that could be improved. I definitely think your website could be performing better for your business. I don't want to keep going too long. I don't want to overwhelm you, and certainly not trying to bash on the website here, just trying to give you some constructive feedback. So I hope this has been useful. I hope that you've learned some things here, and that this is something that you can put to use in order to improve your business and improve your bottom line. So my ultimate goal is to become a resource to you. I want to be your go-to website guy. I would absolutely love to earn an opportunity to help you with your website and your search engine optimization. give me a call. My cell phone number is 901-491-6490, and I'd love to have an opportunity to chat with you a little bit and see if we might be a good fit to work together. And if I haven't heard from you in a few days, I'll just give you a buzz and follow up, make sure you receive my email, and see if you have any questions or if there's anything that I can help you out with. But in the meantime, don't hesitate to give me a call before then. Again, my cell phone is 901-491-6490. Thanks for taking the time to watch, Sharon, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.